In the quiet, dusty village of Odioko, life moved at a gentle, predictable rhythm. The sound of pestles pounding yam, goats bleating, children laughing, and elders telling their evening stories shaped the soul of the land. Everyone had a role, except one man. His name was Tambo. To the villagers, he was many things: a joke, a nuisance, an embarrassment. And the reason some mothers warned their children to behave or you'll grow up like Tambo. He woke up almost every morning under the mango tree by the market square, usually holding a calabash half filled with leftover palm wine. His hair was rough, his clothes worn, and his steps unpredictable. Every time he staggered through the village, people shouted, "Make way! The village drunkard is coming!" Children laughed and imitated his walk. Women hissed. Men shook their heads. But no one asked why. No one cared to know the tears he shed alone at night or the story hidden behind the bottle. Years ago, Tambo had been a respected hunter, one of the finest. Strong, brave, quick, and beloved. He had a wife, Noma, beautiful and full of life. Together, they dreamed of raising children and building a home. But fate twisted that dream. One evening, while Tambo was hunting deep in the forest, bandits raided Odioko. Among the victims was Noma. When Tambo returned, he found his entire world shattered. He fell to the ground and screamed until his voice broke. The once strong hunter collapsed into a shadow of himself. He sought comfort in palm wine, hoping it would drown the memories. Instead, it drowned him. Day by day, he faded. Month by month, he disappeared from the life he once knew. And soon, the village only remembered him as Tambo the drunkard. One rainy season evening, the elders gathered with troubled faces. Strange footprints had been found in the farmland, large, heavy, and deep. Some villagers heard growls at night. A man-eating leopard, the elders concluded. Panic swept through Odioko. Nobody was skilled enough to track or stop the beast. Nobody, except the man they no longer believed in. Yet one person did. Her name was Amina, a young girl who always greeted Tambo kindly. She was the only one who saw past his brokenness. One night, Amina approached him by the mango tree. "Tambo," she whispered, "you were once the greatest hunter. My little brother disappeared near the forest. I believe the leopard took him. Please, help us." Tambo looked up with eyes tired from years of pain. Something stirred inside him, something he thought was long dead. A hunter's heart. For the first time in years, Tambo stood tall. He took up his old hunting bow, brushed the dust from it, and tied his faded headband around his forehead. The villagers gasped as he walked through the marketplace. Is he going to fight the leopard? Ah, the drunkard will get himself killed. Tambo is finished. But Amina smiled. You will see, she said softly. Even broken men can shine again. At the edge of the forest, Tambo paused. Memories of Noma flooded back, the laughter, the dreams, the life they planned. He closed his eyes. This time, he whispered, I will not fail, and he stepped into the darkness. The forest was alive with sounds: crickets, birds, whispers of wind. Minutes turned to hours. Then he heard it, a deep growl. His heartbeat slowed, hunter instinct returning. He followed the sound. Suddenly, the leopard leapt from the shadows, its eyes burning like fire. Tambo rolled aside just in time. The battle began. The leopard was fast, powerful, and furious. But Tambo was precise, controlled, and determined. He fired an arrow that grazed its shoulder. The beast roared and charged. Tambo stood his ground. I lost one family, he said through clenched teeth. I will not lose another. With a swift movement, he launched his final arrow. Silence. The leopard fell. Breathing heavily, Tambo scanned the area and saw a small figure trembling behind a rock. Amina's little brother, alive. At sunrise, villagers saw Tambo walking toward the village carrying the rescued boy and the leopard's tail. Gasps turned to whispers, whispers to cheers. Tambo has returned. The hunter is back. He is not a drunkard, he is a hero. For the first time in many years, Tambo smiled, not the drunken, empty smile they knew, but the smile of a man who had found himself again. The elders announced a feast in his honor. They offered him a place among the hunters once more. But Tambo shook his head. All I want, he said, is for no one to be judged by the wounds they hide. From that day, Tambo never touched alcohol again. He became a teacher to young hunters, and a father figure to Amina and her brother. Odioko learned a lesson that echoed across generations. Never write off a person whose story you don't know. Broken people still carry greatness. Never write off a person whose story you don't know. Broken people still carry greatness.